Hey y'all, this Octavius Gray coming through with another video on this Tuesday night. Alright y'all, let's see what live Facebook about to say. From the New York Post, Facebook blames massive outage on error of our own making. Facebook on Tuesday blamed the massive outage that hit Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger users globally for more than 6 hours on what is described as an engineering error of our own making. The outage, which may have cost the company up to $100 million in lost revenue, was triggered when Facebook engineers were trying to conduct a routine maintenance job. The vice president of Facebook wrote, the engineers issued a command with the intention to assess the availability of global backbone capacity, which unintentionally took down all the connections in our backbone network, effectively disconnecting Facebook data centers globally. And a tool that should have caught the mistake before it triggered outages was hindered by a bug that prevented it from intervening, he added. This change caused a complete disconnection of our server connections between our data centers and the internet. And the total loss of connection caused a second issue that made things worse. That initial issue triggered a problem with Facebook's DNS or domain name system, which connects domain names to the right IP addresses so that people can access popular websites. Earlier this year, an outage at a major DNS operator took out huge swaths of the internet briefly. The end result was that our DNS servers became unreachable even though they were still operational. This made it impossible for the rest of the internet to find our servers. All of this happened very fast. Facebook staffers were prevented from quickly responding to the outage because Facebook's own internal security systems were affected, in some cases locking employees out of important areas. It was not possible to access our data centers through our normal means because their networks were down. And second, the total loss of DNS broke many of the internal tools we're normally used to investigate and resolve outages like this. So it took extra time to activate the secure access protocols needed to get people on site and able to work on the servers. Only then could we confirm the issue and bring our backbone back online. This is the VP of Engineering at Facebook. And even once the issue was identified and dealt with, Santosh said Facebook could not bring all of its systems back online at once because they might crash again due to surge in traffic. The company is reviewing what happened and looking for ways in which it could improve the process. We've done extensive work hardening our system to prevent unauthorized access, and it was interesting to see how that hardening slowed us down as we try to recover from an outage caused not by malicious activity, but an error of our own making. I believe a trade-off like this is worth it. Greatly increased day-to-day security versus slower recovery from a hopefully rare event like this. All right, y'all. So you know I'm finna talk about it, right? So basically Facebook is lying. I don't care what anybody say. We all can see that. It's very strange that a whistleblower came through on Sunday with 60 Minutes. Today, which is Tuesday, she was in front of Congress speaking on them. So it's kind of funny that on Monday, your servers, everything went down for 6 hours. Lost money, people who rely on those platforms for their income to get their business out, lost money and lost important revenue. So it's just mighty funny that all this time, you done had Facebook and stuff like that. Y'all had a couple of issues, but this had been one of the biggest major issues, and it was a error of their own making. So what does that tell you? There was an inside job to get rid of some files because Mark Zuckerberg was gonna get found out about the way they work, the way they push all this hatred, all this anger through the social media apps. They're also affecting people's mental health. Now, this one we speak about mental health instead of always talking about when somebody do something bad. It's not always mental, y'all. But this right here with social media, it does affect people's mental health. So now, I hope this bring them down and break up that monopoly, because for real, Facebook should not be owning all of these apps. Because guess what? If something like this happens again, hey, they're gonna lose more money, and more people gonna lose out on money and opportunities. Just think, for certain companies are monopolies. So if something happened to them, you know how many other companies are gonna fall to the wayside too? It's foolishness. So we'll see how this all plays out. But as you see, Facebook went ahead and came out with a lie. An error of our own making, aka dumping files. and covering their tails. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think and have a blessed evening. All right.